7-10 favourite. Byron Lamb, the mount of Mark Grant, is at 100-1. Cloudy Bay is a 12-1 chance for Davy Russell. Colca Canyon, 12-1 also, the mount of David Casey. Glenelly Gale is ridden by Conor O'Dwyer at 16-1. 4-1 for Harbour Pilot, the mount of Paul Carberry. 11-4, Kicking King, Barry Geraghty. Zers, one of the 100-1 outsiders, the mount of John Cullen.
On a soft surface, Kicking King stepping up in distance. Races as though such a test will suit him, and Harbour Pilot.
Cloudy Bays, Harbour Pilot, Kicking King jumped up on the outside to share second spot. Colca Canyon is just behind him, B for Salmon keeping to the outside. This is the 7th. Cloudy Bays from Kicking King in second, Harbour Pilot is third. Colca Canyon the inside, B for Salmon the outer, and they're followed by Glenelly Gale. Zers and Byron Lamb remain the final pair. As they continue on the side of the course, they've reached the halfway stage, they're approaching the 8th fence. Cloudy Bays towards the outside, Harbour Pilot towards the inner, Kicking King right with them. Colca Canyon and B for Salmon are next. Away from that one, Cloudy Bays from Harbour Pilot in second. Kicking King shows third. B for Salmon on the outside, just fourth with Colca Canyon on his inner. Tracking them, Glenelly Gale a couple of lengths to the final pair, Byron Lamb and Zers, as they head down the far side towards fence number 9. Cloudy Bays less than a length in front. Harbour Pilot second, Kicking King is third, B for Salmon is fourth. Colca Canyon 5, Glenelly Gale 6. Byron Lamb and Zers driven along in rear as they continue on to the next. Cloudy Bays remains a length and a half in front of Harbour Pilot. Kicking King is a close third. B for Salmon is next. Kicking King jumped up on the outside to go second there. So it's Cloudy Bays from Kicking King, Harbour Pilot a close third on the inside. B for Salmon 4, Colca Canyon 5, a couple of lengths then to Glenelly Gale, then Byron Lamb and Zers as they head onto the fence at the mile point. It's the 5th last. Cloudy Bays leads from Harbour Pilot a length away, Kicking King close on the outside as they jump it. Cloudy Bays, Kicking King a definite second. Harbour Pilot pushed along 2 lengths away in third. B for Salmon tracks them. Colca Canyon next, then a couple of lengths to Glenelly Gale and Byron Lamb and a clear break back to Zers. Heading on now at 4 to jump. Cloudy Bays, chased by Harbour Pilot. B for Salmon improves up on the outside into third. Kicking King 4 and Colca Canyon 5. 4 fences from home. Cloudy Bays, Kicking King again jumps into second. B for Salmon close on the outside, travelling well. Harbour Pilot is 4th. Colca Canyon 5th as they head on now towards the straight. A long run to the fence at the top of the hill, which will be the 3rd last. Cloudy Bays leads by 2 lengths. Chased by Kicking King and B for Salmon. Harbour Pilot scrubbed along in 4th, to break to Colca Canyon, then Glenelly Gale, a further break to Byron Lamb. As they head on with less than 5 furlongs to race, on the uphill run to the 3rd last fence. Cloudy Bays by just over a length. Kicking King on the inside second. B for Salmon close on the outer. They're about 3 lengths in front of Harbour Pilot and a 5-length break to Colca Canyon and Glenelly Gale as they head to the fence at the top of the hill. 3 from home. Cloudy Bays still in front, but almost joined now by Kicking King. B for Salmon a length and a half off them. Over the 3rd last and running downhill. Cloudy Bays, Kicking King coming there in the centre. B for Salmon being asked for an effort on the outside. Harbour Pilot back in 4th. Heading down to the 2nd last now. Cloudy Bays and Kicking King. B for Salmon on the outside in 3rd. Harbour Pilot is 4th. Running to the 2nd last fence. Little to choose between the trio now. B for Salmon on the outside. Cloudy Bays, Kicking King in the centre. Kicking King with the narrow advantage. B for Salmon stand side. Cloudy Bays in 3rd. As they head to the final fence, Kicking King and B for Salmon have gone on from Cloudy Bays over the land. B for Salmon stand side. Kicking King far side. They fight it out, but B for Salmon going on from Kicking King. B for Salmon stretching on under Timmy Murphy, but less than 100 yards to race. B for Salmon stretching away. B for Salmon wins the James Dickinson Wine Merchant Champion Chase in good style. Kicking King second. Cloudy Bays, the long-time leader, holds on to 3rd, just ahead of Harbour Pilot, staying on again 4th, and they're well clear of the last pair to finish, Colca Canyon and Glenelly Gale.